Now back to the crossover with Marlon Jones and Armon Williams.
All right, welcome back to the crossover. KDUS 1060, Marlon and Armon. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on our social media accounts on both our YouTube and our Facebook pages and channels. So that would be youtube.com/@thecrossover1060, and our Facebook page is facebook.com/thecrossover1060. All right, this segment is brought to you by AZ Turf and More. So if you're embarrassed to have your family over for the holidays because your backyard is trash, find AZ Turf and More on social media so they can figure out something. So that's AZ Turf and More. And speaking of AZ Turf and More, we got the owner of AZ Turf and More. He's one of our gambling gurus, one of our para-gambling gurus that we regularly have on the show. It's Crazy Tracy. He's here on the show again to go ahead and drop some knowledge. So what's going on, Crazy Tracy?
What's going on, fellas? And you know who you are about that yard stuff. I got some calls right after Thanksgiving. People knew they were a disappointment. Don't let that happen for Christmas, fellas. Let's get that taken care of. Get that thing looking right. Oh, man, we got some exciting games today, guys. How about this early game? I don't know if you're staying tuned, but Texas just thumping the Cowboys right now, 28-7. Brock, you were slinging it around pretty good. And that was what Big G had. He's on the phone right now. I can hear him back there.
He's heavy breathing, man. He's ready for this, dude.
Big G.
I'm pumped up, fellas. I'm pumped up.
But are you pumped up, or did you just get out of bed? I couldn't get a hold of you this morning. I think you got a little too much zip doodle going last night. What do you got going on? Look at you.
I'm ready to go. I got a card today. I had a card today to knock your county socks off. Let's go.
All right. Well, here's the question. Now that you beat up on Amanda Jones a couple of weeks back, we got to go back 3 or 4 weeks. You lost 12,500 in studio. Marlon counted it out. I want to thank you. The Zell did come through, so we're all square. What do you want to do about that? Like, do you want to figure out something on that?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm heading to Vegas, as you know, next weekend for the Raiders Minnesota game, and I could use a little bit of chump money. So yeah, let's double this thing up and let's go.
You want to go 25 stacks? You pick 5, I pick 5. Is that what you're thinking? We're headed to Vegas, folks. If you want to have a good time, you should see me and Big G at the Red Rock at about 3 a.m. in the morning. If you want to see what's really going down in Vegas, I don't think you slept for 3 days last year, did you? When we go to that game?
Nope, Hey, I still haven't recovered. And this week, I'm not going to recover either. Let's go. I'm ready, baby. Let's go.
All right, fire me off your first picks. I don't think you stand a chance. I got some inside information from some outsiders this week. So let me hear what you got. Why don't you give me your first 2, Big G?
All right, let me go with the first 2. I'm going to go with the American Athletic Championship, and I'm going to go with the Mountain West Championship. I'm a championship type of guy. Won a lot of championships in my day. So my first play is Tulane. Tulane is 11-1. They're going to play SMU. Tulane is -3. They're going to give SMU a pounding. So first play is Tulane, the American Athletic Championship. In the next game, the Mountain West, I'm going with UNLV. How funny. We're going to go to Vegas. So let's bet on Vegas, baby. I'm taking UNLV +3 against the Smurfs, Boise State. Boise State is 7-5 this year. They had 5 losses. You don't back a team with 5 losses at a championship weekend. Put in UNLV +3, head to the window.
I love it. I'm going to go championships too, Big G. I got some information from Sharp Sonny Rock up in Vegas, and he said a large group came in and bought double their max limit. So this is double max limit bet today on Louisville to upset Florida State, obviously without their Heisman candidate quarterback Travis. So I'm looking for them actually to win this game on the field. They're getting 3 right now. It keeps dropping. I would think this game goes off as probably a pick 'em. I'm taking Louisville to win that ACC championship. I also am going to go ahead. It's hard to go against Nick Saban, but let's be honest. This Georgia home crowd will be behind the Bulldogs. I like the Bulldogs. I'm a bit of a barker. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Bulldogs, laying the points against Alabama. I think Milbro will be a little bit over his head, so I'm going to take the Bulldogs in my second pick. Big G, what do you got?
All right, this play here is actually my play of the weekend. This is my play of the weekend. You got Michigan versus Iowa. Harbaugh, my ex-Bear quarterback, Jimmy Harbaugh, baby. I'm telling you right now, the total is 34.5. We are going to pounce. I want mortgage payments. I want freaking child support payments. I want everything on Michigan over 34.5. I'm saying Michigan scores 35 themselves.
Wow. I was thinking this could be a shutout game. This may very well be. We saw something from Bellinger the other day he sent over. They said the over-under on Iowa is literally about 1.5 per half. So they're looking for Iowa to maybe score in this game, maybe not. 35-0. Yeah.
A safety? 35-2?
Yeah, this could be easily be one of those games. That defense is great. Big G, what else you got here?
All right, I got 2 NFL games here. I got an ugly dog game that no one's going to be watching but Big G and Crazy Tracy. I got the Jets in Atlanta. I am taking the Jets. The Jets are plus 1.5. The 4-7 Jets are going to pound on Atlanta. I got the Jets plus 1.5. And then I'm going to go into the Monday night game. The Sunday night game. You got Kansas City at Green Bay. It's probably going to be 20 degrees, probably going to be snowing, but that doesn't matter. They're going to go over the total, 42. So I got KC, Green Bay over 42. I'm looking at a 5-0 sweep. I'm just going to win all 5. I'm going to take the $25K. We're going to go to Vegas. We're going to put it on black. And we're going to have 50 when we start the trip. Let's go.
Well, for you that don't know, last year we walked in, I think, with 5 dimes and did the same thing, and that got that trip started pretty good last year, didn't we, Big G?
Oh, yeah.
When did you first take your shirt off?
Baby, I'm ready for the Clay Dog and Timmy to do some rolling, baby. We're going to win some money. But let's start it off with a 25-day weekend here. Then we'll roll that thing into a hundo next weekend.
Hey, real quick.
What's your last place?
Real quick, Big G, before you guys go on, you're talking about Vegas. All this talk about Vegas. Hey, what's your game? What's your poison?
Craps, baby. Craps, man. You get 10, 12 people. You get an entourage. You roll it, baby. You go hard six, and a double 3. We're high-fiving, hugging, kissing, buying rounds. Craps is the game, my friend.
All right.
Big G, they don't even know. We don't even have to go to Vegas. We just recently been kicked out of Talking Stick and Wild Horse Pass back-to-back weekends by Braggy Farms. They kicked us out of there. Security guards was pulling us out of there last time we went out to the casino, so we got to kind of keep our record together. I'm trying to just not get kicked out of Vegas in general. By the way, following up on some information that the gentleman were talking about earlier, Mark Cuban selling the team, he actually sold that to Sands Casino. That family is that I look.
That's
forward.
Right. They're looking to try to go ahead and put together some type of like casino resort. Yeah, in Dallas.
Mark my words. I got a lot of family and friends in Dallas. Mark my words that someday Big G and I will be going to Dallas the same way we go to Vegas. Now that Vegas and Atlantic City aren't the only places you can gamble, I look for Dallas again. Mark my words. With the likes of Jerry Jones, the big oil money, I look for Dallas to be one of the gambling destinations in the country. So I think you'll be seeing, in short term, you'll be seeing people like me and Big G and Clay Dog and Timmy going to Dallas instead of that. So instead of it going to Vegas, we can maybe we should just get thrown out of Vegas.
Well, I tell you, Dallas is centrally located and flights are cheap in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
It's the hub of a couple of airlines. I mean, obviously that's Southwest's hub, and so you've got an easy track to get there. Typically good weather, fairly good weather, big draws with football, basketball. They're competitive in every sport. So it's really one of those obvious plays. Mark Cuban doesn't want to be part of that, is what my information was told. I was told by my inside sources said that Mark Cuban doesn't necessarily want to be part of that, but he realizes and recognizes that that's the way the sport's going. So, what a good opportunity for him to sell off, obviously, at a huge profit. Yeah. Let me spin through my last picks, guys. I'm going to take Jacksonville on Monday night. They're laying 8.5. I look for them to destroy the Bengals. I also think that there's an ugly game that I want to get behind. I'm going to take the Panthers at 1-10. going in, and I'm actually saying win on the field in Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield doesn't know. He's awful. I mean, he just really is awful. I can't get behind the guy. I never have been able to. We're getting cut short here, folks. We got to go. I'm also going to take on the another dog. I like the Commanders. I almost called them the Redskins when the FCC, ACC or FCC or whoever the hell's going to call us.
We're going to get another letter.
Yeah, we're going to get another letter, but whatever. The Commanders, I look for them to hang around. They're a double-digit home dog. You guys know how I feel about that. Give me the Commanders, give me the Panthers, and then give me the Jaguars. Big G is my final 5. We got 25,000 on it. We'll see what happens next week. We'll hit the show before we hit Vegas. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. That was Big G, Crazy Tracy, Tingu. I said his last name. I don't care.
All right.
We appreciate you guys. Fired. Yeah, we appreciate you guys being on the show again. As always, you regular contributors, we love having you guys on the show. And it's going to be interesting to see who comes up with this week's pot of gold.
You'll know when Big G comes in with his head down next week to the show. If we're doing it in studio, guys, I don't know if this room can hold us both, but we're probably going to come in hot as usual. So we'll probably just meet you guys. We'll settle that score. You guys will know exactly what happened when he's in here sobbing. You'll probably hear him huffing and puffing from about the 51 up.
All right. Crazy Tracy and Big G. Love you guys. All right, coming up next, we're going to get into our in other news segment, so stay tuned for that. You're tuned into the crossover, KDUS 1060. Don't go anywhere.